What's up, SE Nation? Welcome back to another episode. My name is Ramzi Majab, if you didn't know me, and I started a new gig 9 weeks ago. So I figured it's a good time to give you some reflection. We'll do a 9 week check in, and we're going to discuss my experience so far. I wanted to talk about the culture. I want to talk about how I learned, how I'm learning so far, and we did have an onboarding week, which I will discuss in the video later on. And we're going to discuss what the future looks like for myself within the company, for we DSEs, not that I know yet. But let's discuss it. What I think, I'm not one to talk a lot about culture. I think it is overrated. I can control what I can control. I cannot control the culture. But I can tell you that my manager put together an amazing SE team. And the culture that he created within the team is culture of helping each other, which has made my job so much easier. In my previous roles as a solution engineer, I've been on good teams and I've been on bad teams. But even the good teams, they weren't great in terms of helping each other because everyone was very busy. And everyone's very busy here, but that does not seem like an excuse. Like, we can find time to help each other. So I really appreciated that from my manager. I don't know how he did it, but he did an amazing job in setting this up, which has helped me in everything else. Like, we're going to talk about my learning. It would have stalled if it wasn't for them. My diversification of the sources of learning, that's also important. I wouldn't have diversity. I would have had to learn everything on my own. So let's talk about it. People learn in different ways. Some people like to sit and read. Some people like to play in their labs. I personally like to learn from meeting customers, because when I meet customers, I can hear the questions that they're asking and figure out what's important to them. And that will guide me to understand what I need to learn and how I need to learn it. Not just from a feature perspective, but from talking to customers. For example, if a customer is asking 5 times on a call, can you do this specific thing? Then I know this is important to the customer and I need to figure out why. And once I figure out why, I can figure out how to talk about it. I might not know how to get in depth in the technology about how we're doing something, but I can answer the customer's questions. And sometimes in a discovery call or in a demo, most times you don't want to get in depth technically, because then you lose the audience. So from that perspective, it's been great. I've been learning by jumping on meetings, hearing questions, and also because I'm jumping on these meetings with other SEs within the team who are inviting me to either meetings with their own customers or with my future customers, or my current customers, if you will, because if we close a deal, I get commissioned on it. Hearing the way they answer things, I can tell, all right, I will answer it like this next time, the same way this SE did, or you know what, I will handle it this way because I'm different from that SE. So that has been amazing. And you will see when, like, I have one mentor and I have one assistant mentor, between quotations, and I have one SE who's helping me with my current opportunities because he used to support that salesperson. But there's like 6 other people or 7 other people on the team that I can reach out to, that I've been reaching out to. But I've been jumping on calls with all these different people, and I'm seeing them. But their advice to me is very different from each other because obviously they're different people. For example, if we have a deliverable that they want us to do, one SE would say, like, hey, do you want to do this? It's a good learning opportunity. And another SE would say, don't worry about doing this. I will do this. You focus on your learning. Depending on the type of person you are, one would work better than the other. I would want to work on the deliverable because that's how I learn. Again, I'm learning live things. If I go and say I'm going to study, I don't know what to study. I know that they want this, so I can learn from that. But others don't. So because you're diversifying your sources of learning, people are telling you different things. You can take the best of whatever each of them are telling you and what's best for you, because what's best for you is different from what's best for other people, and do that. So that's been amazing. And the fact that they're actually jumping on calls has been very good. I really enjoy that. Now, we went on an onboarding in Costa Rica. And this is something that a lot of people who are not SEs don't understand. It's like, oh, you went to Costa Rica. It must have been amazing. We were stuck in a boardroom at a hotel for 4 days, basically. We went on one outing as a team. We had one day to discover Costa Rica, or one evening to discover Costa Rica on our own, and then one evening to go and work on a deliverable for the next day. So you don't get to see it. Now, I did stay the weekend, so I got to see it over the weekend. My family came along. They got to see Costa Rica. They're very happy about that. But one of the struggles that you face is that you're so tired by the time you're done the training, the onboarding, that you don't feel like hanging out with anybody, and then you have to take your family out. So that's a different story. But when they say, "Oh, you're going to this exotic place," I mean, I'd rather be somewhere close to home that doesn't take me like 3 flights. But I'm still thankful that I got to go to Costa Rica, because during the onboarding, I got to meet a lot of people that I think would be great mentors for me, or I could be a great mentor for them. I've talked about this ad nauseum. I've never used that statement before, but I wanted to use it today. I've talked about this a lot. Onboarding sucks in most places. I haven't seen a perfect onboarding. I still have not seen a perfect onboarding. But this was very good. It was better than most onboardings I've been a part of. A lot of onboardings, from what I've seen, they give you a week and they want to touch on every single product. They want to do a kind of a deep dive, but not so deep dive on every single product that you sell. And then you end up learning nothing about all of them, because it's just too much. You're just too new, or it's more like marketing slides that are boring. They took a different approach. They talked about the pillars of the company, right? What is the company focused on? They did touch on a lot of different products, but that was more, let's 15 minutes on each product instead of a deep dive. 15 minutes just to get the highlights, to get you thinking. But the focus was more on, here are the main things that we're trying to solve within the company for our customers. This is how we can help them. This is how you can pitch it. Okay. One session was about presenting. The person he's a great storyteller who came up and did a presentation. He did a whiteboard presentation, which was pre-prepped. A lot of it was written out and just filled in the blanks here and there. So that was great. And he just talked about some of the pillars, and then he talked about how he did this presentation, which was a little bit meta. So this onboarding was one of the better onboardings that I've been a part of. And the amount of work it took to get everything done. So we can nitpick about almost anything that anyone does. But the fact that someone put this together, one person, planned the entire thing. He got other people to do presentations, but one person planned the entire thing, got people to come on time at the right time to do a presentation, to talk to us. That was insanely hard. Now, when I came back, I had the opportunity to meet my salesperson. She flew to Montreal, so I drove for a couple hours to Montreal, attended a presentation, which was all in French.
Je m'appelle. Je m'appelle.
So that was interesting, but I got the gist of it, and I got to meet my salesperson. And something about the culture, I'm used to when I go out with someone for lunch, a customer, a colleague, I'm going out with them for lunch. The culture here, which bugged me a little bit, we all went out to lunch, and everyone took out their laptop and started working. It was my opportunity to meet them and chat with them, but they were so busy. Maybe because they were doing this during lunch hour, that they have time to help me when I need them to jump on a call. So I can't judge too much, but I did say something at the lunch, like, hey, I'm so happy I came to Montreal to meet you guys while you're on your computers. And as soon as I said that, one guy looked at me and said, hey, welcome to this company. And another person just shut down his laptop and sat with me. So it was good. I didn't boil internally. I just made a funny comment and they took it to heart. So That was great. Last week was all about certification training. It's been a while since I've sat through a full week of certification training. Most of my certification training was with Alcatel-Lucent, where we were in class, and in class is so much better than virtual. There's always whiteboarding in my certification trainings. This one, not so much. It was more about demos, which I'd rather whiteboard and then figure out how to do something with the software later. But that's why I have time set aside to learn today and study. I got to do all the labs. They were easy. I just need to learn on my own. So I'm not going to belabor that point. Now, I'm going to start leading meetings as an SE. Like, there's a salesperson who's leading the meetings. I will be the lead SE. And for a while, I might have a supporting SE with me. The more comfortable I get, the less I'm going to ask for SEs to jump on. But I'm probably going to have I'll get back to you on that. Now, this company that I'm working with, they have a lot of different products, but they're all within the same vein. I don't need to learn a lot of different technologies. I need to learn one technology and then leverage them on all the different products. So it makes my life easier. So I feel like I'm going to be able to pick it up faster than my previous companies, where we were talking, one day we're talking LTE, the other day we were talking MPLS, another day we're talking segment routing, then we're talking firewalls, SD-WAN, SASE. So it's less broad. It's still a lot of products, but within that one space. So it'll make it easier for me, and I'm going to be picking it up a little bit more. Now, I'm going to need to build better relationships with all my AEs, because I've only worked with one deeply. I'm starting to work with another one, and I still have a third one who I've not been involved with a lot. So future outlook is continue building those relationships. And we the SEs, I love doing this. It's just I'm focusing a lot more on my job. So I'm not posting as much on LinkedIn currently. I am still trying to do the weekly YouTube videos, but I'm not posting them on LinkedIn because I forget, because I'm doing a lot of different things. So if you want to stay up to date on what I'm posting on YouTube, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I don't generally say that often, but because I'm not posting on LinkedIn, I'm not letting people know. If you're interested in learning more, keeping up, this is what you can do to keep up, and actually it would help me and my channel a lot more. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this update. I hope it'll be useful for you if you ever change jobs or if you're starting a new job. If you have any specific questions about your specific situation, reach out, let me know. I do offer coaching, which is another reason why I don't have enough time to post on LinkedIn and all that. So I'll leave you with that. Get back to work. Peace.